Hey, g'day guys, Adam from VideoShowMeHow, and in this video we're working on the D-Max, and more specifically we're working on these. That is because we have one of these and we need to stay nice and legal and actually get some vision down the side of our new Caravan. So we need to upgrade these and do something with it. So we're going to be doing a bit of a how-to on how to install a set of these. These are the compact Clearviews, and we've got a bunch of options on them. So we're going to step through in true DIY style on how to install these on your rig. They are dead set a DIY friendly install. They are super easy. So without further ado, let's get started. So unless you've been living under the proverbial, no doubt you have heard of Clearview, and the mirrors stuff is what they were most known for, I guess, where they started. This is not a sponsored segment or product or anything like this. I spent my own hard-earned on a set of these, and I went with them because from what I can see, they're some of the best out there, and they sort of ticked all the boxes for the stuff that I wanted. I got these through Outback Equipment, and like I said, not sponsored or anything, but I do have a discount for them through the Video Show Me How website. So if you're looking at a set of these for yourself or anything else from Outback Equipment, they have a whole bunch of stuff. Check out the Video Show Me How website for the discount code. Now, like I mentioned, I went with these because they kind of fit my requirements. I wanted to try and have something as close to that looking sort of factory style. I know they have the bigger, chunkier versions. They even have the version with the two different lenses. That's not my jam. Not a huge fan of those. So I wanted something that was still compact, I guess, hence in the old name, it says it on the tin, but then I still retain all the other stuff. So blind spot monitoring, the indicators, and even with these, they have a few other cool things. So it has the auto in and out, blind spot monitoring, little sensor in the top right corner still there. You can even get a heated glass model, which this version of the D-Max didn't have that. This is an early mid-21, so it didn't have heated mirrors in where I am in southeast Queensland. There's no way you'd ever need that anyway, so I didn't need any of that. The thing that I was interested in though is it does have a 360-degree camera spot that I will be doing an upcoming video on, because the head unit that we have in there has the ability to run that. So that way I'll have a camera on each side of the vehicle, one in the front that I already have and one in the rear that I already have, and give you that full bird's eye view. So check out the channel or subscribe to the channel, because there'll be that video coming out soon. But yeah, other than that, it kind of has all the bits and bobs. It also has a little puddle light underneath that we'll check out in just a sec. So it'll sort of light up when you, this is the X-Train, so when you walk up, it'll lights go on inside the car, but then also down around here, that all lights up as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I like these. I think enough jibber jabber though. Let's open the box and see what we get. And here they are. So as you can see, they do look pretty factory, really. If we flip that around, you can see it is quite a compact kind of design and kind of shape. You'll see this in a lot more detail when we get this on, and I'll sort of give you a demo of all the things. This is all plastic by the looks of things, but pretty sturdy. It's got some girth to it. It's got some weight to it, and all this looks like it's a powder coat steel, aluminium, something like that, but certainly pretty chunky. Pretty happy with that. Got some seals all around here, factory signed in with the bolts and bits and pieces. And this is the thing I think is pretty cool too, is you get vehicle specific plugs. So this, we'll see in a second, that when we plug it in, this should direct fit, direct connect up, no wiring, no cutting, no mucking around, and totally reversible to connect up to the D-Max. From here, let's work out how we can get it onto the car. Now, tools wise to mount this up, it is really straightforward. You just need a Phillips head, a flathead, or a trim pry tool, and then a 10mm on a ratchet or some sort of power. From there, open the door up. You want to make sure that your window is down, and then from there we need to get into this Phillips head to undo. It's just one of those plastic trims, so just be careful to wind this guy out without breaking the plastic threads. You should be able to get the inner screw out, and then it should just pop out. Once that's off, you should be able to just pull this whole section off a little bit like that. Make sure you don't lose your little white trim clip, and then that will expose a couple of the screws. Now the downside is, and it's so close, is there's one there, and the other two are underneath there, and it's similar on the passenger side. So unfortunately, that means we've got to do a couple of others. No big deal though, to remove some of this, so we can get to that. So to undo this, you've probably seen that in some of the other videos if you followed along. There is this little vanity plate in there we need to pop out, and that will expose a little Phillips head in here that we need to remove. From there, we need to pop off our armrest, so just pull up firmly, And that will expose another one of our Phillips just here we need to remove. And we've got one more to go, which is under our window switch, similar on the passenger side there as well, just without as many switches, of course. Best bet I've found is to get your finger up underneath here and then pull up sharply, and that will pop this guy out of place. And in here, there you go, you can see our other modules that are in here. I'll link those. That's for the auto mirrors, so they'll close automatically when you walk away from the car. But then also our auto window down modules that are in here as well. They're both Trax kits. They're pretty good gear. I'll link them in the video description if you're interested in those. But this is the one we are after. This is the last Phillips head just there we need to remove. And then once you're here, we've got 1, 2, and our extra guy up here. We should be able to just pull up and sort of out to remove the door trim. Now you don't have to fully remove this thing. I just leave it just like this, so you've kind of still got it half on, because the main thing is we just need to access the 3 bolts that hold our mirror in place. So we just need to kind of lift it up and out enough to access those. And then there we go. We have access to our bolts to remove the mirror. So these are just an M10. Grab the outside of the mirror as you're undoing these. Definitely a two-handed job, so you can get that guy off and get ready to install your new mirror. You got a little tab just in here. We just need to press down and pull out, and there we go. We can now remove the mirror. So almost home free. Old mirror is out, new mirror to go on. Recommend to remove the screws that they'll have in there ready to go. Have them handy, and then take this guy and plonk it in the hole. Cables through first, of course. Line everything up, and then recommend getting your top screw in first, just so you got a bit of stability there. Don't tighten them right the way down just yet until you've got all 3 of them all in. And make sure the mirror is all nice and lined up on the outside, and then snug these up. The mirror should be all in place there from this point. Now you can connect this directly up. It is dead simple. It literally just will, if you get it around the right way, Adam, it will just clip into place just like that. And that's pretty much all you need to do. Now, if you do want to plug in the puddle light, which is this guy underneath here, that is that guy there, which I do, and off camera I have been absolutely stuffing around. This is this GAN gauge mount 2, cheeky little plug, VideoShowMeHow.com. I had all of this apart trying to find the dome light wiring so that when you walk up to the car and these guys turn on, the puddle lights would turn on as well. Do you reckon I can find it? I can't. So if you do know in the comments where you can get, or where the actual wiring or the coloring of the wiring, I think it might be down in there. But anyway, I've been stuffing around for ages trying to find it. If you do know, please let me know in the comments, and I'll do a second video on how to wire up the puddle lights. But for the moment, I'm leaving these guys just the way that they are, and we'll wire that up later. From here, it's just a matter of kind of reversing the process that you did there before. I guess the one thing just to bear in mind is these 2 little ones here is what opens your door and what have you. So if they pop out like this, just make sure that you slot it back into the little slot. But other than that, it's just a matter of reversing the process. Lift this guy back up into place, screw your bits on, and we can give them a test. And there we go. We are all back together, back to factory. Let's give these guys a go. I reckon they look pretty good. Nice and sturdy, and they're sturdy sitting on there, which is great. What we might do is come in here. We've already got our ignition on, so we should be able to press this guy. Hey, and we've got some action. So we're working, that's good. We have a look over there. We got that one working as well. So excellent. These work really well with the track system as well, so that when we walk away from the old D-Max, these will come in automatically. That's pretty cool. Check the old flashes. Success. We have flashy going on here, so that's good. I reckon, actually, I might just show you something. I was testing this before, and we've got our factory mirror here, the factory XT mirror. Check this out. Like I was saying at the start of the video, I really didn't want something that really stood out too far from the car. We have these little screw point. I'm going to say they're about 15 mil, but if I kind of line this up against that body, check that out. It only sits probably maybe 15 mil in, so plus the 15 there, we're probably only about 30 mil wider than the factory mirror. So that's really cool. I really wanted to get something that was reasonably factory-ish. So the fact that these guys sit in there nice and tight is pretty cool. Let's pull them out. That kind of being the whole point of having these guys in the first place. And it is just this mechanism. They recommend you doing it with 2 hands. We'll see if we can do it with 1. It is tight in there. That's, I guess, stage one. So depending on how much length out you need when you've got the old Caravan attached, that's the factor. Go out again though. There we go. So we're at full girth mode, which is probably more than I'm going to need. But if you've got a longer trailer or Caravan, that's the beauty of these guys, is that you've got that sort of adjustability. Well, there you go, guys. Just a quick video on how to install the Clearview aftermarket mirrors. I guess the same process would pretty well apply for pretty well any aftermarket mirror, whether they're the Clearviews, or I know there's some MSAs out there and there's a bunch of other brands starting to kick around, but I think they're definitely a DIY install. It is pretty straightforward. I love the fact with these, and I would hope the same with the other brands, that you have that single wiring harness. You don't have to stuff around with any cabling, so it makes things nice and easy. Like I mentioned earlier, if you do know how to get the wiring for the puddle lights there, let me know, because I'm a bit stumped. I've been digging around in there for ages, can't find the solution, so let me know in the comments if you've worked it out. Other than that, guys, as always, hope you subscribe to the channel. More videos coming soon. Otherwise, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.